why Cam Newton and Shedeur Sanders should hook up right now. I got my transfusion. Y'all, let's jump into this thing. Oh, what up, what up, what up? It's your boy JD coming right back at you, and you know what it is. It's Smoke Something, Drink Something podcast. I had to jump on here real fast. I just finished doing some other stuff on my real estate channel, and so I decided to do this video real fast. Yesterday, I did a video about where Shiloh and Shedeur just getting objective treatment, right? And y'all know, again, let me do a disclaimer before people get down in the comment section. I am a Shedeur and Shiloh fan. Go back and look at my Deion Sanders playlist. Y'all got to understand I'm a Deion Sanders fan. I'm a Shedeur fan. I'm a Shiloh fan. I'm a well-off media fan. I think what that family has done more to elevate Black culture, Black family, Black father, all of that stuff. So for all of you guys who think I'm not a Shiloh fan or a Shedeur fan or a Deion fan or a Deion Sanders fan, guys, that's not the case. But what I'm trying to do is just give an opinion on what I'm seeing happen. As a guy who has gone to a PWI, graduated North Carolina State, worked in corporate America for a number of years before I launched out on my own, I understand a lot of the dynamics of business. And once you learn the dynamics of business, you can end up understanding what's happening with Shedeur Sanders, Shiloh Sanders, the whole dynamic right now. That's why, guys, again, some people are saying collusion, some people are saying racism. But for all of us who have been through corporate America business, small business, all these things you do, nothing is strange with what's happening to these boys right now. And again, let me repeat what Deion did for his sons. There's not, man, look, what he's done for his sons, all of us who had a father, our father would have loved to do. You start talking about Deion Sanders and LeVar Ball, that's a different ball game, guys. What we're seeing is unique. And Shedeur and Shiloh are products of a very unique system. And what everybody else had to go through, we don't have that benefit that Shedeur and Shiloh have. So when we're seeing Shedeur and Shiloh without the benefit of everything that they grew up with, it's hard to watch. It's hard to watch. But the reason I'm doing this video, guys, and again, I love watching Cam Newton on YouTube. I love watching Shedeur. I love watching the well-off media stuff. And I don't know if y'all saw it, but I also follow Two Legendary. And if you watch this channel and you know I'm pro Deion, you watch Two Legendary as well. You probably also watch 4th and 1 with Cam Newton. Okay? Guys, why am I saying Cam Newton and Shedeur Sanders need to connect? I was one of those guys who understood why Shedeur didn't want to connect with Cam. Two alpha personalities, two big personalities, didn't want to hear from Cam. Cam is eclectic, but you can't deny Cam's results, right? You can't deny Cam's results. So I figured I'd be the first one on YouTube to do this. And I'm pretty sure somebody steal my content and act like they came up with it. But this is why they need to meet. Guys, I'm watching Travis Hunter. What makes Travis Hunter different? Travis Hunter's life changed when he got on Cam Newton's 7017. I'm not saying Travis Hunter was not good, but when Travis Hunter got on Cam Newton 7017, we're watching as what Shedeur is doing, giving back to the youth, was supposed to be the top quarterback taken in the draft. Cam Newton has been doing it for how long? And guys, let me tell you this. When I saw Tom Brady try to explain that he didn't have nothing to do with the draft for the Vegas Raiders, I said, I don't know what happened with Shedeur and Tom Brady, but I think it's time that Shedeur call Tom Brady and work out a marketing plan. Because honestly, guys, I'm watching this. Travis Hunter was a number 2 pick. Cam played a big time role in that. And I believe that Cam, his platform, can now play a part in Shedeur's restoration. I don't trust the Cleveland Browns, guys. So that's why I'm doing this video. I don't trust the Cleveland Browns. I don't think the Cleveland Browns are going to fairly evaluate Shedeur. And I'm just like y'all. I saw the first day of rookie camp. Shedeur threw a TD. You had the guy who tweeted out that he looked better than Dylan Gabriel. But Shedeur's competition is not Dillon Gabriel. Shedeur's competition is the NFL. Shedeur can't be focused on winning out Dillon Gabriel. Shedeur is going against the whole NFL. Because if Shedeur cracks through, this changes the way the whole combine is done, the way pro days are done, all this kind of stuff. So this is what I want you guys to see. Go back and watch 4th and 1 that Cam Newton just did. And they talked about the pre-interview process. And then I want y'all to go watch 2 legendary that he and Darius Sanders just did. And guys, I hate to say it, Shedeur may be a hell of a football player, but now I can see Darius Sanders has to be pat on the back with how hard it was to get Shedeur to open up. Now, guys, in full defense, Shedeur's in Cleveland in a random hotel room, been working out, been really on that grind. So he could be tired. It could be a number of things. But go watch that video, guys, and it's tough. Go watch that video and it's tough. And I want y'all to understand what's happening now. Go watch 2 legendary, then go watch the 4th and 1, where's a Book and where Peg and Cam are talking about the Shedeur Sanders interview process, and y'all gonna see 2 different people. But I said Cam Newton just showed everybody why Shedeur Sanders should be on the phone with him. Cam Newton told a story about the draft process. They pulled up what Brian Dable did to Jaden Daniels and the McCarthy kid from Michigan last year. Made them boys walk through these plays and role played with them. And anybody who's been through corporate America training, corporate America interviews, you know this stuff is just normal. And the way Cam Newton laid it out, guys, the way Cam Newton laid it out, I get that Shedeur Sanders is a great football player, but the way Cam Newton just laid it out, that this is what you have to do in that process. You get in the door, then you change the game the way you want to play it. And when Cam just walked through how all these teams dealt with him, and y'all got to remember, Cam was that dog, Heisman Trophy winner, national champion, right? And he still went to people who he knew he wasn't going to be available to. Cam Newton just laid out to Shedeur why Shedeur should call him. And I'm going to tell y'all like this. This is not bashing Shedeur. Shedeur probably just doesn't interview well. And let me tell y'all why. If y'all watch him talk in an interview versus when he's with his brother, when he's with his dad, that thing is so different. And one of the things, I hate to go politics, but one of the things that make Obama so effective is his cadence. He's a great orator. Shedeur, when it comes to having these conversations that he's doing based on contractual agreements, he's not as engaging, if you will. What I mean is I'm not as roped in because I'm watching a kid that's doing it out of obligation versus when I see him on the field and I see him breaking down that Surface Pro tablet or that iPad on the sideline. I'm watching a guy who needs the football field in order for his personality to show. Now, guys, I want to tell y'all one thing that stood out in the 2 legendary interview. The only time Shedeur roped me in, he said what hurt the most about not going first round was that was the time he thought his mom and dad, he could hug his mom and dad at the same time. Gotta go back and watch. That thing will bring a tear to your eyes. Go back and watch it. He said that's the only thing I hated the most. He said it was all grand because this is what he wanted in the first round. And you can't have it in the 5th round. And if y'all go look at the picture that they took after they got drafted, Pilar was on one end, Dion was on one end. But if he would have got drafted in the first round, he was going to pull his mom and dad together in the same actual photo, the same actual hug. Because y'all, we all remember what happened on senior day. But I want you guys to see this. Just because Shedeur is not a good interviewer does not mean Shedeur should be maligned for what he did. Because the question is, it's one thing if you don't answer. It's another thing if you don't know it. I think this kid knows football. I think this kid knows coverages. We watched on the sideline when he would tell people, this is what I want you to do, blah, 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 blah. And maybe he don't process it like the NFL does. But Cam Newton pointed out in his show why you have to be able to know this stuff. And I think with Tom Brady doing what he did and Skip Bayless calling him out on it, I'm going to tell y'all like this. Sometimes in a white and black world, especially in a white and black world, If Tom Brady has turned on you, Shedeur, go to somebody else who's done it too. Now, Cam ain't won no Super Bowls, but Cam was an MVP. Cam went to the Super Bowl. Cam was a number one pick. Cam delivered, guys. Let's be honest. If Cam Newton's shoulder doesn't get injured, Cam Newton, Cam Newton would go down as one of the best quarterbacks we've ever seen at all levels. And I think that where we are right now, if I'm Shedeur Sanders, you need somebody who still can help you. Because a lot of people jump in the ship. You know, when they sink with the rats start scattering when the ship takes on water. And if y'all watch Shedeur focused. Shedeur's focused. Shedeur, when I watched that interview with him and Darius on Too Legendary, he really didn't want to talk. But I saw the motivation. The motivation is to get him in. His motivation is to get his mother and his father in the same room talking again. Guys, that thing must have been weighing on this kid for how long. He want his mom and dad to at least be cordial. And we all saw the breakup between Dion and Pilar. But the only time he wrote me in was when he said, the only thing that I hate about not going in that first round, I could not get my dad and mom in the same embrace. Y'all go watch it. No other YouTube channel has said it at the time of this interview. And I'm telling you, I know somebody gonna take my content. For most people, I got a lot of people out there who are taking my content. And I appreciate the ones of y'all who get in the comment section and share my stuff. But I'm telling y'all right now, if Shedeur and Cam link up, I watched what Cam's influence did with Travis Hunter. Regardless of Travis Hunter rock with him or not now, that 707 is what helped build the brand. Travis Hunter is number 2 pick. We ain't dealing with no issues with Travis Hunter, right? Let's come on in here, Shedeur. Let Cam put you on his 4th and 1. Put you on his 4th and 1. Him and Peg asking you questions about breaking down offenses in a setting with somebody who understands you, in a setting where somebody from the same culture as you, right? Shedeur, you're not a conventional kid. So don't try to go the conventional route when rehabbing your image. I'm glad that you're putting in the work. I'm glad that you're going to visit the schools. But why not let Cam Newton become the new QB confidential for the black quarterback? Don't let these people sit. Y'all don't. How you gonna look, man? When I'm not from your culture and I'm interviewing you, I got all power over you, right? But if I'm from the culture, I understand you. Shedeur need to sit down with 4th and 1, go over these plays, because Cleveland is not where Shedeur is going to be, guys. Cleveland is going to do everything they can to try to humiliate this kid. It don't matter how good he does. But Shedeur Sanders need to come on 4th and 1 and do a QB confidential and go over some basic plays. Because one of the things that Cam Newton said, they didn't care that I didn't know the playbook. They cared that I cared about the playbook. Cam Newton talked about standing at Ritz-Carlton and Buckhead, right across from Lenox Mall. Everybody who knows Atlanta knew exactly what he was saying. It was probably one of the best 4th and 1s I've watched. And the Two Legendary podcasts, when he talked about his mom and dad, Shedeur just let you know his motivation. If he could have been a top draft pick, his mom and dad would have had to get back together. And guys, that's huge. Who can help Shedeur get that? Cam Newton. Because nobody from the traditional media is going to let him do it. Nobody from the traditional media will want to see him successful. Cam Newton understands the position. Help Travis Hunter. Okay. You may not like him, but he got a platform and he can help you re-platform yourself so that when you're ready to move on from the Browns and you're ready for that next opportunity, because the next opportunity is the opportunity we worried about. Not this one with the Browns. Y'all stop trying to force Shedeur on the Browns. They don't want it. They don't want it. What we're talking about is where Shedeur is going to end up next. Y'all get down in the comment section. Let me know what you think, man. Is Jeff crazy or is Jeff on to something? If you hadn't already, smash that like button, hit that subscribe button, turn on that bell for notification. And until next time, I'm going to holler.